Welcome back, welcome back. Hope you can see that star up there. Can you see it? Shit is bright. Where is it? It's crazy. That's crazy. Weird, weird, weird. The other day, I guess it was like almost a full moon or something. I came outside and it was like crazy because all these stars was around the moon. It was like they were circling it. I never seen that before. What's going on?
Is this Union City?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. And it's just crazy. Like, I never seen that. I'm sure it's probably happened. Oh, there go the moon right there. There go that star. Doubt you can see that. It's all the way in the clouds. It's crazy though. That star is so bright. It's like literally brighter than the moon. Clouds literally blocked the moon out just now. It's only a slither. I've always wondered how sometimes some stars can shine brighter than the moon. They're not closer, supposedly, right? I don't know. It's just one of those things. I feel weird. I feel weird today. Just listening to a reading. That wasn't too good. It's a year later. Completely different reader. Yet they say everything that happened to me this year. Says some warlock and some witch, some mother and daughter with some dude or some shit, I don't know. I'm done trying to worry about that shit. My Lord will have his way with you. Strange. Oh, almost left my coffee. I came here for the coffee and forgot it. It's one of those days. Have a good morning. That's weird as fuck. So, everywhere I go, I keep seeing Aaliyah on people's shirts out here. I don't really think these people know who that is. Some of them maybe, the young ones, maybe some of the older ones, who knows, but, you know, a lot of people just wear shit just to wear it, because, you know, it's like a t-shirt. But it's really strange, like, the girl in there had one on. Every day I see somebody new that either a little kid got a Spider-Man mask or a Spider-Man shirt or Spider-Man sneakers or some Spider-Man shit. It's either that or some girl with an Aaliyah shirt on. Strange. I wish I had knowledge about things like that. I'm sure my father will show me a video or somebody with the knowledge or some shit like that. I always end up figuring out it eventually. It's a weird pain. I tried to tell my mother for a while now, like, I think you're sick. And I think she knew she was sick. I don't know. But it's just strange the way everything happened. I hope it wasn't foul play. Doesn't sound like it though. I don't know. What I do know is we gotta start taking care of each other. And all this stuff this year, like I said in my last video, I found myself still, going around my mom. I ain't have to. But every now and again, because like I explained in the video, I know she loves me. May not be a favorite, I don't know about that, but I know my mom loved me. She just didn't know how to love me the way I needed her to love me. And like many people in the world, we get angry. We get angry. We get jealous of other people. But my jealousy of other people having good parents been gone. Because, like I was always the one helping people, talking to them about right things to do and shit. So I realized that became apparent a long time ago. I don't really know where to take this thing. I don't know how to feel about this GMB TV stuff anymore. It's not fun watching yourself, even though it helps you change. When I started this adventure, I never figured out I'll be right about everything. I'm only a man. And the things I am right about, I know I can't really, convince anybody because it's all a choice. And I know most people know already. Everybody knows to love your parents. Everybody knows to try to do good for yourself. We just think we have so much time. We think certain things don't matter, but they really do, because they're so small. Like telling somebody you love them. Especially when you leave, because you may not see them again. I always knew that. That's why I try to always say it. I I always try to see the best in people, even though I can see the worst. And although I have very harsh criticisms, I don't even think they're harsh sometimes. It's just truthful. They're harsh when people fight against what they show or what they say themselves. That's when it gets harsh. But I understand. We all been down this rabbit hole of life. And it's not easy. Oh, that's enough for me talking. I'm gonna let Big Judah do a little bit of talking. I wanted to play this video a couple of days ago. I think my commentary days almost, gonna slow up. These words and these things we say have a lot of power to them, and you gotta learn to be careful.
We are being watched. Israel has always been the barometer to where we are as far as scripture is concerned, and as far as prophecy is concerned. They're watching everything that we do. That's why they manipulate views, when videos can get out, how long we have to wait, all that, because it has nothing to do with the Gentiles. Everything revolves around the Israelites. Let me show you about a post that I saw yesterday on my channel. This was a post from yesterday, or a couple of days ago, I think, something like that. This brother here put this up. He goes, "Shalom. Today I was watching MSNBC, and the topic was exactly what you were discussing the other night about the Inquisition and how the Christian church sanctioned the murder, torture of the natives of the Americas. They left the part out about the Israelites out. Okay, that was the second time I heard that yours was the first. It says, you are correct. The whole truth is coming out by their own mouths. All praises. Shalom." I said, amazing. So you see, they're always trying to come out with things and give their 2 cents and give their breakdown and give their opinion. And they conveniently always leave out information about the Israelites. Look, man, we already know the Israelites were here. You pretty much, the same things you were doing to the Jews in Europe, Spain, Portugal, France, Rome, you did the same things over here. That proves that, your church fathers, remember, believe that the Israelites have no rights. They believe that we were, destined to be in perpetual slavery. Okay? Now, yes, when we were going into our curses, they are correct. But the part that they forgot to tell everyone else who made a covenant with these churches is that, yeah, you're going to get an opportunity to destroy the Israelites. Yes, they are going to go into slavery. Yes, we can do anything we want to them. But was that really a prudent decision? Because they forgot to tell you that, okay, well, at the end of their punishment, we're going to be punished for the way we treated them. See, that's the part that these churches have conveniently left out. They've left out the fact that, yes, there is going to be a price to pay for doing these horrible things to the Israelites. Now, if you have not been participating in this horrible experience, and like I said, there are people who have not been, okay, your judgment won't be as bad as the ones who have really gone out of their way and really done horrible things to the Israelites. That is in 2nd Baruch. That is in the Sefer. But see, like I talked about in the last couple of videos, how it's like the dog that's in the manger, okay, or in the trough that won't allow the cows to eat. So the dog sleeps in the trough right there where they put the food for the cows, right? So he can't eat it, so he doesn't want the cows to eat it. That's what your church does. They can't repent. They already know that they were the ones that were responsible for doing the Israelites dirty. They were the ones that were responsible for going overboard with destroying the Israelites. So they already know that. They know that those are the Gentiles that are going to be getting it the worst. So what they're trying to do is make everyone go down with the ship with them. That's exactly what you're seeing going on right now. But the Most High is calling his people, and he's calling the Gentiles that are going to cleave to his people. The Most High is not going to lose a one. Okay? So all the manipulation that you're doing is not going to matter. Just like all the manipulation you've done with hiding books and hiding information has not stopped prophecy from being fulfilled. Your manipulation of what's being seen, your manipulation of trying to say how many people are really in this awakening, I said that's not going to stop the Most High either. The Most High's will be done. There's nothing that you can do to stop it. See, everything that you took from us, we're going to be getting back. It has nothing to do with what I'm saying. It has to do with what is written. Everything that the Most High's prophecies and his fulfillment is 100%. Look at what happened to us. When you look at the Inquisition and the horrible things that happened to us, those were the fulfillment of prophecies. And see,
You know what the Bible, you know what the Lord said that our captivity was to everyone else in the world? It was a sign to prove that he's real. And when I heard that, I said, wait up. He's using us as an example? How are they going to see he's real? And then I made a bunch of videos that they erased, and I kind of showed how we've been getting destroyed in every kind of ways you can't imagine. And then I said, you're still here. You still love. You're still looking for God. All of these things they do to take you away from him and keep you away, and you still try. Trillions and trillions of dollars in manpower and studying to do this to us. Yet we still wake up. If that's not a miracle, I don't know what is. And like he said, we're the example. If the Lord will allow this to happen to his people, then people are supposed to be looking at this like, yo, that is kind of weird how we do all this stuff and they keep growing. They don't stay stupid.
churches love the fact that they were able to be used to take us down. But they're not going to love the fact that they're going to have to pay double now.
How do they stay happy?
That's the part that they haven't told you. When you made a covenant with them, that you have to pay double. You're going to have to go through double. That cup of trembling that we had to drink, you're going to drink it now. You're already drinking it. I mean, just look at society right now. Do you really think that we're going to go another 10 years, 15 years, 20 years in this same matrix? The matrix is being destroyed every day. You know, with each passing day, we're getting more information, more understanding. It's very easy to see how the Gentiles will look at a topic that we bring up. You don't see very many Israelites bringing up information about, topics about the Inquisition. You see what I'm saying? They're not talking about the Inquisition. They're not talking about how that fulfills prophecy. They're not talking about how the Inquisition was brought over here to America. They're not talking about the horrible things that they were doing in the Inquisition over here in America, in the Americas. I don't want you to think it's just North America right here. It was from Canada all the way down to the tip of South America. Okay? They also went to other parts of the world and were doing the same things. So you don't think that that somehow is the end days right now? Because now everything is picking up. Everything is really speeding up. Our enlightenment is speeding up. Their lies, just like, they're trying to do a story on MSNBC about the Inquisition in America. What are the odds that we start talking about that, and then all of a sudden there's a piece on MSNBC? They weren't talking about the Inquisition in America before. They weren't, but you can see they want to control who they say were the ones that went through this horrible thing. I'm sorry, man, but this is way worse.
I was watching this guy that's a Christian, right? And he was sitting here trying to warn people of the Antichrist. And he said, there's going to be two Christs. There's two Christs. One is the bad one and one's the good one, right? And it was so crazy because just the way he was saying everything, he was revealing the trick of the things that I say. But then it just flew completely over his head that, like, the book says, call my son Emmanuel. The book says they're black people. And then we have people that say his name is Jesus and he's a white boy. Two Jesuses. One of them is the fucking false god. One of them is going to trick the world and everyone's going to worship him. Emmanuel is like the one that said, worship my father. Jesus said, worship my father. But who does everybody worship? Who does everybody keep saying is God? Nobody says Emmanuel is even a son of God. No one even says Emmanuel. They don't even know who the fuck he is. So can you say there's two sons of God and one's getting worshipped all over the world and the other one people are just finding even fucking exist, and that he's like a black guy? Like, you do realize your grandmother worships a black guy and hates black people, right? And then wants that black man to save her eternal soul. So you're telling me that the Antichrist didn't come and take the world over from us? You're telling me the Antichrist didn't put the real Christ up on the cross or hung him? You know, like, to kill the one would mean you're anti. Get it? And now we have a new version of him, right?
Than anything that happened in World War II. Okay, there was way more people killed. I don't care what numbers
just
that they
speculation.
Say. If you see these people and they had the blessing of the sword,
I could be
and how
wrong.
quick they were willing to use it, you think they're only going to use it on
could be a
couple
third
100,000 people, 50,000 people, 60,000 people? No, man, they want.
It said there's going to be many antichrists. Many will come in his name. Many will say they are the one. So it's not like it's just that. So, you know, I could be wrong.
They wanted all of our money. They wanted all of our prestige. They wanted all of our standing. So they didn't care who they had to kill and destroy to get that. So that said, it wasn't just a few people. It wasn't just like, you know, these people were quick to wield that sword and use it. You see what I'm saying? And that's how they were before. The only reason they're not using it now is because the Most High's taking that power away from them. That's the only reason. It's not like all of a sudden they got a moment of pause and now they felt bad about what they did. The only reason they're not doing it anymore is because the Most High took the sword away from them, which then proves that they really never had the power. The only power that they had was what the Most High gave them. That's why, like, now that blindness that they put over our eyes, those scales they put over our eyes, as far as religion is concerned, is now gone for the ones who have been awakened. There's absolutely nothing I can learn from a Gentile that goes to church. Absolutely nothing. They can't lead me to the Most High. They can't tell me how to live. Not until you start to fess up to your history. And even then, it's going to make it even worse. You're going to be filled with shame. Just like it talks about in scriptures. Shame is going to cover you because you made a covenant with these people that destroyed your people. And see, that's why we're coming. We all come back. You're going to have to pay for making that covenant with those other nations. So you're here too. So it's not just us who were destroyed and tortured, but also the people who made covenants with these other nations. I said they're here too. Okay? And they're going to have to pay for what they did. They're going to have to pay for turning in their people. They're going to have to pay. That's why they can't see this truth. But they're going to see it. They're going to see it soon. You see what I'm saying? They're going to see it soon.
That's a good point. Like he said, we're all back again. You know what I'm saying? And with the DNA, what scientists say about DNA, how you have memory, DNA memory, that would mean whoever your ancient people are is always who you are. You are them. You look different, whatever, but whatever happened to them is burned into your DNA, right? So, all the betrayers, they're here too. You know, and when he said this and I first heard it, I said, yo, that's crazy. I said, yo, what great, what Most High is good. I said, what better way to punish motherfuckers than, sins of the father fall upon your son? So you betrayed us all those years ago. So now, in the distant future, you just keep having kids that keep betraying the Most High. And then the ones that didn't betray the Most High, or maybe have betrayed and didn't do too much, and you get a second chance, you get to come back and see the truth. But since you see the truth, you're surrounded by betrayers. So, they're gonna want you to shut the fuck up. And I said, I don't know if he's right, but it would make some sense of why we have so many people that of our own flesh, they just can't. You can show them it, you can let them read it, you can break it down, and they'll still be like, nah. The way I've been taught, it's the way it always is. They'll literally say, I've been brainwashed and I don't care. When you say, this is what I was always told and that's what it is, that you're saying, I never will think about this for myself. I don't give a fuck if you're using the same book to prove that what the lies are. I don't care that you're using the same book that I say I believe in. My grandma told me he a white boy, so I'm going to raise myself up to bow down to this white boy. Get it? It said we could break the laws and eat whatever you want, so I'm going to do that. And I said, yo, that's crazy. I faced that my whole life.
They're going to see how they're going to have to pay for what was done to us as well. They're going to have to pay also. They made a covenant, just like in Maccabees, when our people were going and making covenants with the heathen. They're going to have to pay. So like I said, that's why it's not this society's always made it into a black and white issue. And it's not. It's a spiritual issue. You can see who we are and who they are by this awakening. By who's awakened right now. Who's getting this truth. Who's growing. Who's stagnant. So the Holy Spirit has come to bring us new understanding. Bring back the knowledge that we had before. Now we know what you've done to us in the past. We know how you trumped up charges, made up charges in order to steal everything that we had. In order to destroy us as a people physically